Hello beautiful people, welcome back and thank you so much for tuning in today. As you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking a little bit about skincare today. I am so excited about this video. I'm coming to you guys fresh face, no makeup, all bare, just so I can show you guys a little bit into my personal skincare routine as well as give you guys a few tips and tricks to keep healthy skin under your makeup. First off, I do want to say that this video is not sponsored in any way, but I will be giving you guys a look at some of the products that I use, how much they cost, and where to get them. They're all very affordable, but they work really well for my skin. I've seen the benefits in using them for a few months now, and I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of information. Maybe you can go try them yourself and let me know how it works out for you. I would like to say that these tips are things that I've noticed that have worked for my skin and may not necessarily work for everyone's skin. Even though I am a licensed esthetician, in a typical facial situation where someone wants to build a skincare routine, we would sit down, I would observe their skin, we would talk about what's going on with their skin and their daily routine and build a regimen off of that. So you can try these tips, but they may not work for everyone. Tip number one, wash your face 2 times a day. I wash my face in the morning before I get my day started and right before bed to wash off any makeup or anything that's come in contact with my face throughout the day. Tip number 2, be gentle with your skin, especially around the eye area. The skin on your face is more sensitive than the skin on your body, so it requires a little bit more care and a gentler touch. When I apply products around the eye, I like to use my ring finger because it's a little gentler. You can't apply as much pressure as you would any of your other fingers. Tip number 3, apply products to your face in a circular motion going upwards and out. You never want to drag your skin or pull on your skin. You always want to apply the products up and out with a lifting motion. You want to keep the face plump. You never want to pull anything down and drag. Tip number 4 is something I discovered in middle school when I noticed a few pimples popping up here or there. What I like to do to dry out my pimples is a tiny dab of toothpaste or use a cotton tip to swab alcohol on it. I'll leave it on there and let it dry, and then I'll wipe it off once it's dry, and usually it flattens the pimple, it dries it out, and within the next day it's gone. So that's going to bring us to tip number 5, which is wash, sanitize, disinfect anything that's going to touch your face. That means your cell phone, that means obviously your hands, that means your pillowcase, that means your sheets, your blankets, anything that's going to touch your face, especially your washcloths that you may use on your face, your makeup brushes. You just want to make sure these things are clean because that's where we get our random pimples that pop up out of nowhere, especially from our cell phones, because we may drop them throughout the day, we may put them down on a surface that's not necessarily clean, and then we may pick it up and put it on our face to answer a phone call. So we always want to make sure anything that's going to touch our face needs to be cleaned and cleaned often. Tip number 6, which is probably the most important, is listen to your skin. It's always changing. I've changed my skincare routine so many times because a product that I loved and that worked for a while didn't work anymore. Our skin is always changing, our environments are changing, our hormones are changing, and all those things can affect our skin. So really pay attention to what your skin is telling you and how it's reacting to certain things, because it may be telling you that you may need to change your diet, you may need to change your products, there may be something going on internally with your hormones. We never know, so just pay attention to any changes that you notice with your skin. Tip number 7 is don't exfoliate too often. I know we always want to have that smooth baby skin. We want to exfoliate the layer of dead skin to keep our skin glowing, but exfoliating too often can cause more harm than good sometimes. It can make our skin really sensitive, it can make it really red, and it can cause tiny tears in your skin depending on what you're using to exfoliate. Tip number 8, which is probably the most important tip for clear and healthy skin. I know we're tired of hearing it. It's very cliche, but it's the truth and there's no way of getting around it, guys. You have to drink a lot of water. I definitely noticed a big change in my skin once I started making drinking water a daily habit, and I gave up juices, I gave up pop, and it really made a big difference in my skin. I did have less breakouts, and people would stop me and tell me how my skin was glowing even if I wasn't wearing makeup. I drink about 80 ounces a day, and it will vary depending on who you are. So not everyone has to drink 80 ounces a day. I just noticed that it works for me, it's doable, and I do see the benefits. So I'm starting with a fresh face. If this was nighttime, I would just remove any makeup from the day with a makeup remover wipe before I started to cleanse my face. I like to start off by just dampening my face with some warm water. I got this cleanser and the facial cleansing pads from Dollar Tree. I looked at the reviews for the cleanser and it had really good reviews. I've been using it for a few weeks now. The facial cleansing pads come in a pack of 3 in all different colors, and I have so many of them. I love them so much. They're much easier to use and maneuver around your face than a large washcloth, and I just throw them in the washer to clean them and use them all over again. They are also double-sided. One side is for scrubbing and exfoliation, and the other side is soft like a normal washcloth. I have a nose piercing, so I have to make sure that I also clean around that area so things don't get left behind there. My TOUCHBeauty brush is probably one of my favorite things in the world. I bought it for $11.99 at Ross. It comes with this cute little carrying case and 2 extra heads, an exfoliating head and a buffering head. And it's battery operated, it's waterproof, and it has 2 settings. I usually go between the faster and the slower settings depending on what my skin needs and what it's asking for. I'll just go around my face in a circular motion with the circular motion of the spinning head, just back and forth, making sure I'm getting every little crevice, making sure I'm smoothing out any problem areas. Another one of my favorite things is this extractor tool. You can literally get these anywhere, but I got mine for $3.99 at Ross. I use it to extract blackheads around my nose and my chin area. Be careful because it can cause scarring if you're a little too harsh with your skin. My skin is always super dry and I need a ton of moisture. I found this aloe vera gel at Walmart for about $3.97. It's perfect because it doesn't have any alcohol in it. It's very cooling and calming and moisturizing for my skin. It calms down any redness or inflammation that I see, especially after exfoliating. I love this Rosehip oil by Advanced Clinicals. I found it at Ross for $5.99, and even though I use it pretty much every day, 2 times a day, it lasts for a really long time. It's super moisturizing. It makes my skin feel so silky and so soft. I love it, and it smells really good. I also love the jojoba oil by the same brand, Advanced Clinicals. This bottle was $7.99 at Ross, even though it's the same size as a rosehip oil. It's super moisturizing. I love this. I probably like it more out of the two. It's just really moisturizing and it lasts just as long as the rosehip oil. I also put it on my lips because it's super moisturizing. This is probably the best moisturizer I've ever used in my life. I also got this from Ross. It's from Exclusive Cosmetics. It's their anti-wrinkle cream with gold microparticles. It costs $7.99 and it's so amazing. It makes my skin feel so amazing. I love this stuff. All right, that is my personal skincare routine. Like I said, I do that twice a day, and I've seen some major benefits incorporating those products and that routine into my daily life, as well as drinking a lot of water. I will say on heavier days or on days when I feel like I really need to exfoliate or my skin is having a hard time, I will incorporate maybe a clay mask or some derma rolling to clear up some of the dark spots or things that I see on my skin. So if you guys have any questions about that, I will be happy to make a video on that. Just let me know in my comments or reach out to me. But again, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.